So it's election season in British Columbia, a time of big promises, bright lawn signs, and the never-ending repetition of vague slogans like these.
Let's keep moving forward. For everyone.
Axe the tax! Axe the tax!
Secure the future. Yes, we can.
We are not going back.
Education, education, and education.
Build that wall. Build that wall.
Bring it home. Bring it home.
But what do these slogans have in common? Well, they all consist of 3 words, and they're all examples of hendiatris, not a rare disease that you might catch while on a backpacking trip, but a term to describe a figure of speech. Hendiatris means 1 through 3, or essentially where 3 words are used to express a single idea. Politicians have been using this style of rhetoric for thousands of years. Take a listen to Henrietta van der Blom, a professor of ancient history at the University of Birmingham.
So Julius Caesar is famous for this short slogan, Veni, Vidi, Vici, which means I came, I saw, I conquered. He may have said it, we're not quite sure, right after he had won at Zela in 47 BCE, but we do know from some of our later sources that he used that slogan, that 3-word phrase, on placards that he then had paraded through his victory procession going through the city of Rome after he had returned there.
And that's just one example of many. This style of rhetoric was used in the 1700s when French revolutionaries declared liberty, equality, fraternity. And these slogans are still used in Canada today. Here's Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre speaking at a rally earlier this year.
Who's ready to spike the hike? Who's ready to axe the tax? Bring it home.
Now look, rhetoric is used by politicians of all stripes. It doesn't matter if you're on the left, on the right, in the center, up, down, or you just have no clue what the political spectrum even represents anymore. Politicians of all backgrounds use slogans a lot, including this year in British Columbia.
Will this premier spike the hike and cancel the planned 23% carbon tax?
We have enough of what's going on in this province, and they want to see common sense change back in British Columbia.
It doesn't stop there. On the BC Green Party website, there's a page that reads "Putting People First," and the BC Conservatives have posted often about how the party will axe the tax. So it begs the question, why is this style of rhetoric so popular? Well, take a listen to Lindsay Meredith, a professor of marketing at Simon Fraser University.
Slogans are very much like ads for products. They've got to be quick and catchy so that you maximize the recall. So it's easy for the consumer to get that short message and hold on to it. What you're trying to do is teach those voters and condition them so that slogan sticks. And that's what it's all about. Now you are in their brain.
So 3-word slogans are obviously short, snappy, memorable. They're essentially the earworms of politics. And that's not all. According to political scientist Laurie Turnbull, these slogans don't just stick in your head, they also tap into the public consciousness.
It often plucks the thread of something that people are thinking about. So something like axe the tax, people are angry about taxes. They're angry about the cost of living. They're angry about the carbon tax. And so the slogan works because not only is it short and memorable, but it hooks into something that voters are already thinking about. They're also generalizable. So when someone says axe the tax, even a voter who isn't necessarily aware that Poilievre is talking about the carbon tax when he says that, axe the tax sounds good. And so it can have broad appeal.
That's right. Slogans like common sense change or putting people first, they're very simple and general. And this allows the messenger to connect with a wider audience. But while being succinct and vague can have its benefits, these slogans also come with a catch.
These things are meant to get attention, and they're meant to boil down political issues into very digestible bites. And so while that can work to get people's attention and to kind of prompt an issue in their mind, it doesn't tell voters a whole lot about what the issue is, what the balance is. And so, it can lead to a not very informed and not very deep political debate about the issue.
Exactly. While these slogans are an effective way to get attention and rally support, they also risk masking over complex issues by turning them into bite-sized chunks. So what, if anything, can we take away from this? Well, know that these 3-word slogans, they might sound great, they might grab your attention, but they're rooted in a technique that's thousands of years old. And so it might be an effective way to communicate an idea, it still risks glossing over issues that are often complex and require research. Laurence Watt, CBC News, Vancouver.